controllers are literally fused to their hands. That is freaking awesome.
Over 50 hours!
50 hours plus playing Little Big Planet 2, breaking records. They've already broken 2 now. Let's go. Come on, celebrate, you guys. What the heck? You have been awake forever. All right, man, I wish I had some champagne to pour all over you guys. Yay for your fans and family. Yay. Good job. I don't want to step on anyone's phones. Everyone is super excited for you guys right now. How does it feel?
It's amazing.
They're so tired they can't even find the words. David's soaking it up.
My wind again.
How do you feel, buddy?
I'm good.
Look at all those people excited for you.
Well, you know what? I'm really good. I'm really happy for all of them, because they spent their time watching us, hanging out with us, dedicating their time just to, be with us. And they, deserve as much credit as we do. So, it's been really good. Well,
Any people you want to say thank you to in particular?
Wow. Well, obviously the community, and also especially my wife who's over in England right now. I wish she was here, but.
Oh, she's here with you in spirit. She's probably
and
watching.
Especially my family too, especially overseas. So thanks, guys.
Excellent.
Boy, everybody. Mark, Chuck, Sarah, the entire team that came together to get this event going. We've been in here for the past couple of days, and our vision has been a little bit myopic, staring at television. But once you get out, and you take a break, you get to see how many people it took to put this feat together. And so I thank Sony, I thank Media Molecule, everybody involved, particularly the community, everybody that came out to thank us on Twitter, to support us on the feeds, my family and my friends. And the people that I sat in this room with for well over 2 days that came out and pulled this together with me.
Best
I
friends.
know, you guys,
Yeah.
you guys
Good
did
guy right
so
there.
awesome. And how do you feel?
I feel good. Want to thank my family and friends, everybody who came down. PlayStation number one, baby.
Number 1, baby.
Yeah. And a special thanks to Sackboy. I love you.
He had a big costume on. That was a pretty big deal. All right, let's head on in here. Follow me, everyone. This has been an amazing event. We've got a ton of fans here. We've got a ton of community members. We, of course, have our fabulous gamers. Have a seat, you guys. You can sit over there. Go ahead and take a seat. I know the last thing you probably want to do right now is sit for a little while longer. You can sit. I'll sit on the end here. Nice.
Everybody.
So, what was the hardest part about this whole experience, would you say, other than the lack of sleep? Because that kind of goes without saying. But what was your biggest challenge the past 50 hours, the past 2 days?
Wow. Quite honestly, I think it was maintaining focus. Little Big Planet in very, very large doses can become a little big. Yeah, a little big. There's so much out there, and while we did see a lot of the same stuff, we saw the most amazing variety of creativity that the people have produced.
Now, I know you guys, they saw you brushing your teeth before you were playing earlier today. Do you guys feel a little ripe? Do you feel like you're ready to go home and sit in the tub for a few hours?
Sure.
You smell okay to me, just so you know. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just saying.
The facility here, is a top-notch facility. We had the opportunity to shower this morning on some of our breaks. We've all kind of cleaned up and didn't want to be stinky for anybody.
What about you?
Well, I'm really happy that everybody's been so accommodating to us. So.
I know, I understand. I feel almost guilty right now shoving a camera in your face and a microphone, but you have done a really incredible thing. And what would you say was your hardest hurdle to get over the past few days?
I guess being separated from the rest of the world. It's always one thing to play video games to get away from it. Mm-hmm. But not to say this is bad. I mean, there's a lot of emotions going on right now, and I'm really happy. I really am. So
you did a darn good job. You should be very proud of yourself. And Lauren, how do you feel about this whole thing now?
I feel great now. I mean, we had our tough times. It's just trying to keep our eyes open. Just like you said, just blinking. Like we wish that we could just be like dozing off, but we had to stay focused, and we did it. And I'm proud of all of us. Like it's a very big accomplishment.
Were there any particular levels or anything that stood out for you? Any genres that you've decided you either love or you're never going to play again at this point? You're totally sick of it?
That's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, there's these little levels that have been put together with bounce pads and
I love the bounce
creatinators
pads. You taught me how to
that
use the
shoot
bounce
missiles.
pads.
And it was really unique at first, but having played that about maybe 50 times. I don't know. I don't know
remember,
the exact amount.
guys,
That's
it's
what
all
I'm
about
gonna- I'm gonna
moderation,
steer clear of for a
alright?
while.
So-
Everything is good in moderation, definitely. Yeah.
Bounce pads are my favorite, but I guess
Oh,
you
no,
can
yeah.
get sick of anything after a while.
Well,
I
50
still love the
hours or
bounce
something
pad.
will always get to you in some form or another.
What about you? Any favorite sections or gameplay types?
I love the shootings, and I wasn't really good at the racing, so I didn't like the racing that much.
Oh, I
but
love the racings. And
Yeah.
I love the birds eating smaller birds and everything.
I didn't like that one.
My favorite.
Birds eating smaller birds. That sounds pretty fun.
Oh, it was awesome.
A little bit of carnage and a little bit.
Yeah,
carnage, too.
because they were the smaller birds, and I was always the bigger bird coming
So,
down and
yeah,
getting.
it wasn't that much fun for me being the small bird.
Excellent. Well, you guys have done really fantastic. Should we bring out the? Is it time to give them the awards? I think we've got some official awards that we want to hand over to these guys. We have Stuart here from the Guinness Book of World Records. Let's see. Here, want me to get out? I'll get out of the way so you can hand them over.
Do not worry, do not worry.
I know you have official things that you're supposed to say.
Thank
You
you.
can just talk.
Okay, all right, well, thank you. Oh, actually, there's too many certificates to hold in one hand, clearly. No, a very special occasion. Not only are we celebrating the launch of Little Big Planet 2, we're also celebrating the launch of the Guinness Records Gamers Edition 2011 book. And we're very happy because actually today's gamers are actually going to allow us to put even more excellent content into the book. So thank you very much for that. But thank you very much to everyone involved in the attempt. Thank you very much for the PlayStation Lounge for hosting such a fantastic marathon accomplishment. Thank you to Media Molecule, Sony, everybody for creating such a fantastic game. But down to the nitty gritty, I'm far less talented than our amazing gamers who kept up, who had a fantastic spirit for the whole way through. So I'm actually going to read all the records that they actually set, because as I say, there are too many. But it does give us great pleasure to recognise. Here we have it. Excuse me.
In no particular order.
In no particular order, but let's ladies first for sure. Lauren Guiliano. Over here.
Yay!
David Dino.
David!
And Sean Crowley. And just some specifics, just to give you a sense of exactly what they achieved, which is truly amazing. They have established and recognized the Guinness World Record for the longest marathon playing a platform game, which is 50 hours and 1 minute, which is amazing, which is also the Guinness World Record for the longest marathon playing Little Big Planet 2. So 2 down, very nice. Congratulations for those. And on the way, of course, over the 50 hours, there's some other amazing achievements, which is the most video game genres played on one single video game in 24 hours, which is an amazing 38. Most user-generated video game levels played in 24 hours, which is 272.
Wow.
And over the course of the entire 50 hours and 1 minute, the most user-generated video game levels played in a single continuous marathon, 586. So congratulations.
Guys, that is incredible.
We also have a presentation certificate for the memories for Media Molecule, of course. If you weren't here, none of this would have been possible.
Team that made it all happen, right?
And of course, for Sony, thank you very much. Bravo!
All right, now let's hear what Media Molecule has to say about this. How was this whole experience for you guys, just being here in the thick of it?
It's been totally fantastic. Great launch to our game, and just amazing respect to the gamers and everybody that's turned out. It's been a great 3 days. It's been absolutely fantastic.
It must have just been awesome to see your game in this kind of setting with this many people watching, and with these guys just basically giving their lives over for the last couple of days.
Completely, and I think it's another thing that's really rewarding for us to see is just being able to, the record is made possible by the amount of user-generated content that people in the community have actually made over the from the beta and over the various period of time. So that's something that's really great and really rewarding for us, definitely.
It's kind of scary just to think they barely even cracked the surface of how many user-generated levels are out there, and they've been playing for, almost 3 days at this point.
Yes, definitely. Total respect to them, and I think they deserve a rest now. So.
Now, do you guys feel like you have the dedication to your own game to sit here and play for that long?
Well, technically we do it 8 hours a day, so maybe, yeah.
What about you?
I did a couple of all-nighters, but nothing on the level of these guys. These guys need a massive round of applause. They pulled off something amazing today, the last few days. So
One more round of applause. One of many. Now, you set the records now, but say some even more players want to come in and do this whole thing. Would you come back and defend your titles?
You love the game, right?
Yeah, we'll see where we're at, but I would say at this point, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to have, I wouldn't love to have
Maybe
to
now is
have
not
to
the best time to be
defend it.
asking you this question, yeah. You've done it
But
for today.
probably, yeah, Veronica, probably I would.
What about you, David?
Why not?
Yeah, perfect.
Just don't make it too hard.
Nice, excellent. Well, I know that Sony also has some gifts that we wanted to pass along to the gamers today. What do we have in this prize pack?
Looks like we have some LBP action figures and some of our Sackboy plushies and.
You can never have too many Sackboys in your life, can you? Yeah, let's see here. We've got a Little Big Planet plushie. We've got Sackboy right here. We've got some science stuff. We've got a Mixam 5.8 Astro gaming setup. Yeah, and big thanks to all of our sponsors today. I should actually probably go through those and read them off. Thank you, of course, to Media Molecule for all their expertise here today. You guys made this all happen. You're awesome. The game's phenomenal. We love you for it. All the fans, of course, that came by and watched them break these records. You guys were awesome as well. It was so cool to see everyone in the same place and for them to get to meet some of their fans that play their games. All the participants on Twitter, of course. You guys were here watching through the whole thing. We have a special thank you to Jeff, who hosted for most of the event, and I took the torch from him today. Thank you to the Sony Style and the PlayStation Lounge, where we are right now. Thank you to the LBP2 podcast for coming down. They get some swag as well. Where are these guys? Thank you, guys. LB Podcast, you guys did great, and congrats on all your big announcements for the day. Thank you, of course, to Vimby for the production of all the video content. I know it's kind of behind the scenes, but they did an amazing job. Thank you to IGN for streaming this whole thing the whole time. That's where you were watching the live stream go down. And last but not least, if you haven't already, go out and get yourselves a copy of Little Big Planet 2. The game is awesome, as you've seen here today. We all love it, and these guys have dedicated the past 50 hours to playing non-stop. You guys did phenomenal. And of course, thank you all the sponsors, Subway for the sandwiches and keeping everyone fueled, Astro for the headsets, Gunner for the glasses, 7-Eleven for all the Slurpees. I'm sure kept you guys wide awake, at least for part of the competition here today. Mezco for the action figures, Great Eastern and Scenario for the plushies, Brady Games for the strategy guides, and I think that's it. Thank you guys so much. Another round of applause for our gamers here. Done? PlayStation